called Freedom Fighters. Just want to get this video in here real quick. I haven't uploaded in a few days, but I just want to get this video in here. Mostly because I've been working a lot, so it's kind of hard to upload when you're working. I haven't gone nowhere, just haven't been working. That's all. It's about the national change shortage. The truth behind the coin shortage is going on right now. You have to have exact change. When you go to these places, they're getting rid of cash. I feel like they're getting rid of cash. They don't want cash anymore. They don't need cash anymore because they're moving towards a cashless society, which is if you look at the what's going on with the they don't want people touching money because it spreads. So that's their excuse. So they get rid of that, and then they make an excuse that they get rid of that. So they'll leave you with this cashless society, which is card, which is digital currency, which is the Bitcoin, and all this other stuff. That's why you see all these transactions with these commercials with Bitcoin, which is not really something that we want, right? We want to count our cash, but here we go.
He's gonna die. COVID-19 or suicide? Which one? Comment below. Let me know what you think on that. So anyway, the change shortage. I know whenever I first heard about it, some of you guys were like emailing me or writing in the comments about the change shortage, and I didn't even pay you guys any attention, to be honest with you. I thought, I was like, I don't know, have any idea what they're talking about. They're crazy. And then I, go to a gas station and they didn't have change. So anyway, what could that be? Well, the story is because of COVID-19, they shut down processing. Now, let me tell you this. Why all these essential work?
That's BS. I ain't buying it. That's BS. We all know what they really want. They want one world currency. They want one world order. They want one everything. One gender, one, it's crazy what they're doing. It's just, it's plain and simple. It's obvious what they're doing. It's not hidden. You got to be a walking zombie to not look and see what they're doing. It's just, and some people are just accepting it. Like, oh yeah, we're just gonna accept that. We're just, we don't see nothing fishy going on here.
Workers like Walmart, Amazon, and these other places, but yet the USMNT is not essential. And so then I read that they shut down, well, then they came back and they were only running like 10% of their workforce. Guys, USMNT, this is essential. Currency is essential, right? You would think, very odd. But what better way to control, right? If you don't have, everything's got to be on the books, everything's debit card. What's the next step? Microchips and things like that, possibly.
If you look in the Bible, it says you cannot buy or sell without that, So they're pretty much trying to make things like that. If you look at what's going on, we're only accepting cash, exact change, and some places are willing to buy change from you because they're holding the change. It's not a change shortage going on. It's they're holding the change. They're holding the cargo ships out in the ocean. They're holding the gas out there too. Everything's being held up. They're not giving it to us.
Let's just talk about what the effects would be if there was no currency. So first off, what this will mean is that there's going to be zero cash. I like cash, but if a cashless society doesn't mean mostly debit card, it's going to be that because everything's mostly debit card. Now, zero cash. So what does that mean? Everything registered on the books, right? That could pose a lot of problems for some guys, little kid wanting to come cut grass, for $20. Especially anybody in kind of legal arenas, prostitution, drug dealers, that would cause a serious problem for those guys, right? This also prevents you from doing any kind of odd jobs, right? On the side, you need to make a little extra cash.
No, because they want to track everything through card. Card is more trackable than cash. You have card, they'll register your card at certain locations that you've been transactioning in. It's a paper trail through there. It's much easier to track you when you use your card. People, wake up.
What would that be a good reason for? Taxes, because this is something you may get paid without paying taxes on it. No more cash gifts, right? No birthdays, giving money to your grandkids, giving money to your buddy, your girlfriend, cash in a card. All that's gone, right? So then, what that becomes? Maybe we start taxing that money. What do we know will happen from this? That means banks would have all control of your money, right? They'd have control of every single bit of your money. You couldn't have any money in like a little.
That's why I take my money out every time. I don't keep my money in there. I take my money out. Take it all out.
Disaster fund of the house because there's no cash. Every transaction you make is recorded. Everything you buy. Think about the data that could get from you, your purchasing habits. You would be surprised how much information you can get just by someone's purchasing habits. They could maybe even sell that. The banks sell that information to different companies to do targeted marketing to various demographics. Another way for them to make money. All of your movements and actions are traceable. So you get something to eat down here at the fast food restaurant. You're getting gas. All these different things. Everything you do is traceable. Every move you make, every location you're at is traceable to the banks or the government. Now think about this disaster scenario, or just let's say they just want to take control of you and block your bank account. You don't have any cash. Maybe something like Mark of the Beast. We've heard of that. They have all control, right? Makes sense. It's an easy way to control someone because if you don't have a way to buy.
They're already doing it right now with if you don't have something inside, you can't work. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You don't want it in there. You're fired. You're fired. Get out of here. You're fired. Go down there to states that allow it. You're fired. You're fired.
Food, gas, water, shelter. You control that person. They don't have a choice. They will be able to tax every single dollar you have on you. In your savings account, when the year rolls over, you're paying for that. Any cash you would have had maybe stored away, you're paying for that. Anytime somebody gives you cash, gift, whatever, they can tax you on it. Let's say you make a questionable purchase. Maybe you make a purchase at a certain amount of money, $5,000, $10,000. They can freeze your account right at that moment until they investigate and make sure the purchase is authorized. So you see where this poses a problem if we move towards that direction, and if the shortage happens where they're only using 10% of employees for the USMNT, but they got Amazon fully staffed. It's just kind of crazy. Maybe it's a test run. Who knows? I don't know. I just know one thing. I don't trust the government at all anymore with the COVID.
Who does? Who would? That's my whole point of making this video.
Stuff, we heard it was, killing people right and left, very transmissible. Then all of a sudden it's not, and then masks are good, masks are bad, masks are good again. So I don't know. I don't really trust anything they say or do. The other thing is I don't trust media at all. We see how biased they are depending on which news outlet it is. So whatever news outlet it is, you can see the lies or the misinterpretations or taking snippets and making it a big deal. So I don't really trust any.
He has a good point. Everything he said was facts.
Politicians, our government, or the news media. Even YouTube's blocking all my videos. My last video just got demonetized too. You know what I mean?
Because they don't want us talking. They don't want to speak it up. They see you spit. They see you more. They see you have more knowledge than ESPN and their basketball analysis. They shouldn't be talking, but they can talk.
They think demonetizing makes you quit working. You know, luckily we have a business where we sell a bunch of different products that sustains it, so you know they can shove it. So anyhow, guys, a lot of you have been supporting us lately, and I do appreciate that. And maybe you're doing that because we've been getting demonetized. But I've noticed a huge increase, especially in like shirts and stuff. And don't worry, we got more coming here in a few weeks. So. But anyhow, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Is this the globalization, new world order coming? Is it just the COVID-19 and they slowed down production? And let me know, Ghislaine Maxwell, how she's going to be knocked off. Anyhow, guys, take care.
And that's